What's going on, everybody? So, as you saw in my thumbnail, I have a major announcement. I'm going to the gym. So, it's way overdue, and it's absolutely part of my 2022 goals. But let me give you a little context and story behind this. So, well, first off, uh, the most popular excuse, at least for me, to get a gym membership is cost, right? So, and which is valid. It's a subscription, it's just another bill to pay. But what allowed me to not have that excuse anymore is because Skylar has been tutoring or been using a tutor for several months now. And she is at a point now where she doesn't need it anymore. She's doing really good. I'm starting to put that responsibility back onto her, so on and so forth. So that relieved me of a good chunk of change per month because tutoring is not cheap. It's like $40 an hour. So that just opened up a lot of money per month. So I'm already used to not having that money. So I'm doing some different things with that money. One of it is half of that money is going towards debt. And I actually have a real, you know, principal debt destruction plan in front of me. Again, 2022 situation, new goal. I got it planted out there. That's another video though. But so that leaves me with, let's be honest, I'll be open. That's now after cutting half of that and putting it towards debt. It leaves me with like $160 a month. Like, all right, I have no excuse to get a gym membership. So there's an awesome place right around the corner that I've been looking into. And for $35 a month, it's 24/7 access. You got all these classes you can take, like bicycling, yoga, more intense weight training classes. And it's a cool hang, and it's a nice place. So I'm like, $35, I can swing that. And then what you get with that, that's the top tier. With that, you get a free consultation with a trainer. This is the big part of it because I need help. I need to be rebuilt, repaired. I can't just jump into the gym and automatically just start working out heavy. I will break in half, and here's why. So, um, gosh, 2018 or so, I started kickboxing. No, I didn't start kickboxing as a competitor. It was a kickboxing fitness class at a place called Memphis Kickboxing, and there's a handful of locations. And there was one in Midtown Memphis where I used to live. And I used to always drive by it. I'm like, that looks pretty cool. And finally, I decided at the time I needed to kind of get in shape. I was just in that cycle where I was feeling motivated, and I wanted to just get involved with something and really get some exercise, but do something I'd never done before, which was like take a class. So what it turned out to be is you go into a room with probably 20 hanging kick bags, and there's an instructor yelling at you for 45 minutes. But it was awesome. And that first 3 weeks was rough. My body was sore, but once I got through that, it became an addiction, honestly, in a bad way. I started obsessing over it, which is where the problem starts. But for a solid year plus, I'm going there 3 days a week, sometimes 4 days a week. And where I benefit from it is, at least for me, when I'd walk into that place, I never left. I never went in and 20 minutes later be like, I'm not feeling it today. Once I got my butt inside that place, I was in it for the long haul. And they make you obviously kick and punch, but also sit ups, push ups, burpees, where you run in place and you dart down to the floor into your chest and pick yourself back up, and then you jump up, and it's just all kinds of different stuff. And man, you walk out of there soaked in sweat after 45 minutes. Well, I just really enjoyed it. And then I started losing weight, and then I started showing muscle tone for the first time. I've always been just a kind of a chunky guy, I guess you'd say. So now I started getting addicted to that, to the point where I went too far. And I'm 6'2", and there was a point where I was under 185 and just bones. And I had some nice bicep veins, right? I was toned up a little bit, but I wasn't healthy. I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't eating enough. I felt like I couldn't eat a potato because of carbs, right? And when I should have been slamming my body with carbs because I was burning so much. I was probably burning 1,000 calories with every visit to this place. So, and then I deteriorated. My hips were starting to hurt. I was starting to have little muscle spasms above my knee, my right knee. Uh, I have a hip flexor issue in my right side, which is that muscle that kind of goes over the front of your pelvis. So I just felt twisted, and so I was just like, this isn't working. So then I was not going as much because I was just in pain, to the point where I'm like, I just can't do this anymore. I'll save the money. I think it was like $80 a month. And then you know how this story goes, right? You do all this hard work, you lose a bunch of weight, whether it's through crazy exercise or starving yourself or even just a healthy diet, whatever it may be. You obsess over it, and then you stop, and then you gain it all back and then some. Well, I definitely fall into that category, especially the and then some. I do not own a scale. I have not weighed myself in years. When I go to the doctors and they have to weigh me, I look straight at the ceiling. I don't look down. I don't. I can tell that little thing that slides to the right. There's a little more slide to it. Takes them a little longer to finally get to that point. But I don't look, so I don't know how much I weigh. But I would guess. I got as low as, like, let's say 185, but 195 kind of became my regular. So I've easily gained 50 pounds. Easy. So, and it's been really getting to me. It's been getting to me emotionally and mentally. Now, I used to go for these walks. Remember? I used to talk about these walks. That stopped too when it started getting too cold. Excuses, right? And then I just work all day in my chair, and I sit around all night and eat like a maniac. That's my drug, is food. And I've been abusing it lately. Absolutely. I'm a foodaholic right now, and I'm shoving myself into recovery. So I'm hoping that the gym is like my rehab. What sucks though is you need to eat. I don't need alcohol to survive, but I need to eat. So the eating part is still something I have to figure out. I'm certainly not going to starve myself this time, but I am going back to the gym, and I'm going to do it right with patience. And that is why I want to, before I do anything in there, I'm going to meet tomorrow morning, actually, as I record this, with one of the trainers. And it's just a consultation. It's free. It's part of having the premium subscription that I have. And I'm going to just sit down in front of this guy and tell him what's up. Pretty much everything I just told you and kind of what I want to do. And I'm not going in there wanting to immediately start bench pressing and trying to build chest tone. I need to strengthen myself and build myself up back from scratch into the most basic way to balance to work on my balance, to work on my core strength. Just before I can do anything, I need to really get down to the basics, and explain that to him. Also, I'm going to start taking yoga. All right, I know I can start that without him teaching me. It's okay to get in yoga and start stretching that spine out. So the yoga is 3 days a week and scattered about, and the same 3 days each week and then different times. So I'll only be able to do two, Monday, Friday from 9:30 to 10:30. So I've got them in my calendar. Starting Friday, I'm going to that gym. I'm going to do yoga. It's an hour-long class. So that will get me going. Well, when I meet with the guy in the morning, let's see what he says. I'll keep you posted. This will be a journey that we all take together. Hopefully, this will help keep me accountable more than the walking. But it goes back to class-oriented situations, where I know that I have a place to go to a yoga class, and I'm going to have someone tell me what to do. I'll be in the room with 20 other people, most likely all women. That's how yoga classes go, right? But someone's telling us what to do. I'm game. Tell me what to do. I'll do it. Hold this position for a minute. Okay. If I try to do yoga in my living room on my mat, which I've tried so many different times and have like 3 weeks of motivation and then it just stops because I'm by myself and I never feel like I'm doing it right. There's no accountability. I strive and work really well when told what to do when exercising. Career-wise, I love being the one telling people what to do. But when it comes to exercise, I have proof in my history that it worked. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Get back into classes and then maybe do some personal training. Now that's extra. That's not part of my subscription. I'll learn more about what that would cost. Maybe try to see someone 2 days a week. But again, it's having someone there to tell me what to do. Today, Derek, we're going to work on this machine and that machine, and we're going to do it this way and this many times with this amount of weight because we're working on your core and this is how it's working you. Amen. Tell me what to do. Where do I need to be? I need to be Wednesday, 8 a.m. We're going to work out for an hour, and you're going to tell me these 5 things I need to do because you feel like that's what I need to do to work on the body I have and work out the problems that I have. I'm in. So I feel like it's a good investment. The money I'm going to be spending per month is a good investment. I'm investing in myself, which is literally on my list of goals that I set. I really sat down this year and I'm not hardcore like guru, like rah, 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 team lead, like set 1,000 goals. But I definitely went into this year a little more organized. Like, what do I want to accomplish? Because what you do is then when I want to accomplish this big thing, well, what can I do on a weekly basis to reach that goal? So I have goals like how many videos I want to post in this channel, how many episodes of the Real Hernando podcast, the amount of episodes for Pod Logics, the amount of debt I want to chip away at. Lose 20 pounds is my goal for the year, right? And other things. So it all starts tomorrow, and I'm excited about it, and I'm done making excuses. I've had the go-to gym on my to-do list starting from like last August. But once I eliminated my monthly bill on tutoring, I was like, now you really have no excuse. So now I can chip away at debt. I can go to the gym and invest in myself and get some exercise in and get healthier and still have money left over for savings. So all is good. So thank you so much. If you could please, and I'm gonna try to get better at the YouTube stuff and probably should do it at the beginning. But if you could like the video, subscribe, smash the bell or whatever they say, that'd be awesome. Please share these videos. Just grab the link, throw them on your personal Facebook pages if you'd like. So that would be awesome. But thank you, everyone, and y'all have a good night.